Day 7 of the Foolio trial is gonna leave some Jacksonville drill fans disappointed as Foolio's best friend Kenny Kapps exposes himself as a rat. 24-year-old Robert Howard, aka Kenny Kapps, is a Jacksonville rapper from the north side with a reputation of being a stand-up gangster from a young age.
And you can, if you, I don't know if y'all remember, but I think he got like a no jumper interview with him and Foolio sitting right there, or he was talking about Foolio or something like that, and he was talking about Bibby and all. He was from like they whole side, and he's snitching. You know why he's snitching? Because if you think he about to go do some time in jail, or he about to be threatened with some time in jail to save you, you stupid. That's what y'all need to get through y'all head. Everybody gonna snitch. They all just on the internet playing gangster, bro. They playing tough, because don't nobody, no matter how tough you is, don't nobody want to go to prison. So if I can tell the court or the jury or the police something to not go to prison, I'ma tell it.
Only 16, he'd be arrested for headshotting a 19-year-old gang rival at a high school football game.
This crime scene remains in Jamila Murphy's mind forever. It's where her son, Rashad Adams, was shot and killed after Rain's high school football game in 2018.
What have these past few years been like for you and your family?
It's been hell, emotional.
Now, Robert Howard is sentenced to manslaughter and aggravated battery in Adams' death. He was originally charged with second-degree and first-degree murder, but it was reduced after eyewitnesses recanted their statements. The state attorney's office says roughly 200 people were in the area of the shooting, but no one would come forward.
They won't go to the police and tell the police what happened.
No.
But then they talk to other people about it.
According to Howard's original...
I mean, shit, if I just saw this young nigga headshot somebody at the high school bleachers, I ain't telling on that nigga either. I'm scared. He know where I live at. He know where my mama stay. No, I ain't gonna tell. Y'all figure that shit out yourself.
Arrest report, the incident was gang related and he was listed as a gang member. Over the years, Murphy says people posted these videos damaging her son's grave.
No, they not.
She's also heard her son's death mocked by rappers in music videos.
Okay, wait, is this the dude who yesterday we did a reaction to one of Foolio's killers? He was like, yeah, they peed on such and such grave. They peed on such and such grave. My grandma had a heart attack and died behind this shit, whatever. Is this who they talking about?
They referred to him as Spaz.
Spaz. Okay, so they is talking about
Quick
Spaz.
pause, because this might actually... Afterlocks definitely worth just stay more in the top of their finances. Now,
so they was talking, that was Spaz that they was dissing and peeing on his grave.
Rashad Adams, the victim, was known as Spaz and affiliated with the gang 1200. And this would all come full circle as 1200 is now held responsible for killing Foolio.
Yep.
Rumors would spread throughout the city of Jacksonville that it wasn't Kenny, it was actually Bibby who fired the shot that killed Spaz. Because no one could prove it, Kenny was credited in the streets with a body and the respect of holding it down as he took the case to the chin, later being found guilty of manslaughter. Bibby would never be arrested. It's unclear if he was ever investigated, and he'd later be murdered.
But see, I didn't know that. I didn't know until like pretty recently that Bibby had something to do with Spaz getting killed, you know, with that murder. I always looked at the way they painted it was Bibby was just a kid that was hanging around Foolio, and he really wasn't on nothing for real like that. He was just a kid that got killed because of who his homies was. Then people in Jacksonville start telling me like, nah, Bibby wasn't innocent, man.
So why was Kenny testifying in the Foolio case? He was with Foolio the night he was killed, celebrating his birthday, popping out at clubs, and standing at the scene in disbelief after Foolio had been obliterated by gunfire. 24 hours after the shooting, Kenny was grabbed by the feds for a separate drug case. He's been in custody ever since, and this is his first time speaking out.
Do you have a nickname?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your nickname?
Kenny Kapps.
Were you present with the victim, Charles Jones, on the night that he was killed?
Yes, ma'am.
And who is Charles Jones to you?
Close friend.
How long have you known him?
All my life.
Now the state would begin asking Kenny about his previous shooting case, if he ever cooperated, or hinted at anyone else being responsible.
Had you been approached at all, or ever during the pendency of your time in custody on manslaughter, about becoming a witness in the case against another possible shooter?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever make a statement to law enforcement in that case about anyone else from either side?
No, ma'am.
Was there another individual who has been associated to 6 Block that was present with you on the night of Spaz's death?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was that?
Agent Gaynor Jr.
Was he arrested as well when you were arrested the next week?
No, ma'am.
Did he stay out of custody?
Yes, ma'am.
And ultimately, in the month that followed your arrest, was Mr. Gaynor killed?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you receive
You're
some
talking
type of
about
benefit
Spaz, right?
or notoriety for not making a statement against anyone in that particular case?
Yes, ma'am. It was rumors about.
You heard what he said? Listen to him.
For not making a statement. Was Mr. Gaynor killed?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you receive some type of benefit or notoriety for not making a statement?
Did you receive some type of benefit or notoriety from not snitching in that murder case? He said, yes, ma'am. If you spending thousands of dollars on designer jeans and hundreds of dollars on Jordan shoes, and you still ain't got no skin routine, that is a violation. I can't talk too crazy about you though, because that used to be me. My skin routine used to literally be water. You know, guys, we don't know about skincare. That's why I'm so happy to partner with Tej Hanley. Now, the best part about Tees is it's simple. You do not have to think too much. You know, me and our minds, we ain't for all that complicated skin routine. Wash, scrub, moisturizer. Takes like 2 minutes. Dos minutos for all of my Spanish friends. And honestly, the biggest difference for my skin was the scrub. I had my wife telling me like, "Ooh, your skin look good." I said, "For real, baby." After a couple weeks of this scrub and this whole routine, my skin started feeling way smoother. And I've been looking better on camera. It's a reason why you keep seeing celebrities and other creators talking about this stuff. It just works, and it's super easy to stay consistent with. Now, because Tej Hanley is sponsoring this video, they giving all of y'all 40% off plus a free gift. Christmas came early. Use the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your girl think. Let me know what the little girls you trying to holler at. Let me know what they think. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, make sure you click that link, because that's the link that you need to click in order to get 40% off and a free gift that's worth $20. I'm trying to help you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now listen, me personally, I think his name Kenny Cap. You ain't gonna hear nothing bad from me. Congratulations, nigga, you graduated. You graduated from the streets. Now I'm gonna tell you what your next steps need to be before the video is over with. I'm gonna give you the play-by-play, nigga. Mako gonna give it to you how you want it. Wait, pause. Oh, we gotta like lead the camera. That was like the most craziest pause of Mac Mula history. I'm gonna come back into the camera now. We gonna act like that didn't just happen, okay?
Anyone in that particular case?
Yes, ma'am. It was rumors about who actually pulled the trigger in that case. So, you know, me not saying nothing gave me that honor, that fame.
The prosecutor would play a little bit of
I gotta pee like a motherfucker.
courtroom chess in this next clip, as she asks if Kenny is a documented gang member before asking him about other gangs.
Were you certified as a gang member when you were originally arrested for the manslaughter of Joe Rod Adams or Spaz?
Yes, ma'am.
And what gang were you associated to?
PCE.
PCE, is that Problem Child Entertainment?
Yes, ma'am.
Do individuals that were associated with PCE start gaining popularity under the moniker 6 Block?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want to ask you a very direct question. Are you going to tell me at any point during the course of your testimony today that 6 Block is a gang?
No, ma'am.
Will you ever admit that?
No, ma'am.
Will you tell me if 1200 is a gang?
No, ma'am.
Will you tell me if ATK is a gang?
No, ma'am.
That's never going to happen.
Never.
Are you familiar with the statutes in Florida defining gang membership?
No, ma'am.
The statute itself does not matter to you, it sounds like.
No, ma'am.
Now, Kenny did what Gunna failed to do. He'd yes ma'am the lady to death, but he denies 6 Block or even his enemies from 1200 were in fact a gang. But it doesn't really matter, because under the Florida statute, to be documented, you only need to match 2 or more things. They admit they're in a gang, a parent, guardian, or spouse identifies them as in a gang, an informant or evidence shows they're a gang member.
Look at this. I want y'all
signs, tattoo.
I want y'all to understand this, okay? So I want you to know that this is Florida by itself. Other states, I'm sure, adopt the same or similar thought process. Look at this. Has a tattoo identified as used by a criminal gang. Adopts the use of a hand sign. So when you start doing all this shit and you taking pictures with it, all you doing is admitting that you in a gang. So when them feds come, FBI, open up! And they say that it's a RICO or whatever the case is, I don't want to see no crying, okay? Look at what it say. Adopts the style of dress of a criminal gang. So when you put a bandana on or you take a picture in all red, they gonna say you in the gang. Admits to criminal gang membership. So when you get on Instagram and say, I'm 6 Block, I'm Bloodhound, I'm O Block. When you walking around with a O Block chain, all you doing is saying, hey, police, I'm a gang member.
Who's associates with gang members, observed with gang members more than 4 times, and they use gang language, codes, or symbols. So while Kenny said these hoods weren't gangs, he also said they use hand signs, while the rest is pretty much obvious.
So
in
you
the
snitch
eyes of
without
the Florida
snitching,
law, it's all one and the same.
Same thing.
The state would now begin to talk about Rashad Murphy, how him and Kenny spoke prior to the shooting, and this is where the biggest piece of evidence comes from Kenny.
What are you talking to Mr. Murphy about?
Stuff in Jacksonville, my prior case.
Was Mr. Murphy related to the victim of that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he tell you he was related to the victim of that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he tell you what the relationship was?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say the relationship was?
That was his brother.
And what are you talking about specifically about your prior case?
Who actually killed Gerard Adams. Stuff like that.
From the time that you come back and find Charles Jones at the Black Charger early morning on the 23rd,
yes,
to
ma'am.
the time that you get arrested by the feds,
yes, ma'am.
did you have contact with Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
In what way?
He texted me.
And what did he say?
He forgives me.
Do y'all understand what this man just said? Ghost, aka Rashad Murphy, reached out to him before the shooting, asking who really killed his brother Spaz. Then after they killed Foolio, he texted Kenny saying, I forgive you, basically letting him know, I know you didn't kill Spaz, Bibby did.
Woo!
FBI, open up!
Yeah, you just cooked. You just snitched, bro. I don't want to hear. See, the thing about it is, niggas will do this, and then when they go home, they still want to be gangster. No. You have now entered the era of civilianism, my guy. You are now a civilian. So don't come home talking about you 6 Block. Don't do none of that, folks, because albeit, yeah, Foolio was your homie. They killed your homie. But at the end of the day, you are now on trial. You're on trial snitching on the killers of your homie when it sounds like you and Lil Bibby killing Spaz is the reason for the war in the first place. So this is what I want y'all to understand about the streets, okay? A nigga could go kill his ops. His ops could then retaliate and kill somebody from them. And the nigga who started it could get on the stand and snitch on you. This is why the streets are stupid. Now, remember, a nigga might be in the streets at a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. It's only so many times that nigga gonna go to jail or get shot at, or it's only so many homies that's gonna get killed around him before he get on that stand. Okay? But they all gonna get on the stand somehow, some way. They gonna all get on the stand. They're all going to snitch, because you can only be a snitch if you are in the streets. You see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy as hell to me. And this is what I want y'all to understand about the streets, is everybody not playing by the same rules. You killed Spaz. Spaz is the brother of the nigga who killed Foolio. And now, Foolio being your homie, now you in on the stand snitching on him. So, while really, technically, if you really want to be street with it, and don't get me wrong, Foolio Killers was cooked in the first place without snitch. This is just putting a nail in the coffin. Or should I say the key in the cell. Do your homework. But, nigga, and street-wise, I forgot that whoever the dude that forgot his name, the dude that killed Foolio, when you look at it from the street perspective, he did what was right, is he kept it in the streets. Y'all killed his brother, so he came and killed y'all. Okay, cool. And now, eventually the war is going to end with somebody getting snitched on. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So it's best to not involve yourself in these dumbass street wars and street beefs, because the only thing is only 3 type of people that's going to come out of this. The person that dies, the person that goes to jail, and the person that snitches on the person that goes to jail. Those are the only 3 options you're going to get. Those are the only 3 things you could do in the streets is either snitch, die, or go to jail. There's no in between. And 9 times out of 10, in order for you to snitch, you have to already have been in jail. See how that works?
And he's dead. And now Foolio's dead, so all is forgiven.
Right.
And did he say anything else?
Stuff like he seen me.
He snitched on himself too.
Walking down the stairs of the club, like so he seen me by the club. Seen me at the club.
Did he say what you were doing at the club when he saw you?
Snitch!
Said I was paying attention.
That you were or
Snitching!
were not paying attention?
I were.
Then did he make any statements about the actual home to suites, the homicide scene, the location?
Yeah. He said that was him in front of that car.
Did you have any idea what he was talking about?
I kind of did, yes, ma'am.
He'd then tell Kenny he saw him at the club prior to the shooting, letting Kenny know that he was hunting. And Rashad would admit that it was him in front of that car opening fire.
Crazy.
Now call Rashad a dumbass all you want.
Rashad is an
fair
idiot.
game. But the most important thing here is Kenny is testifying that Rashad reached out to him prior, asking him who really killed his brother. And then now he's testifying that Rashad said, I forgive you, right after Foolio got killed. Told him, I saw you at the club, you were on point, and told him that was me in front of that car. But Kenny's cooperation didn't start in trial. Back when he was first arrested by the feds, Hillsborough County investigators went to see him and he identified Rashad Murphy by photo lineup.
You said that you yourself were provided with the Tampa Police Department form for the photo array lineup. Is that correct?
Right.
And that is after you read it, correct?
That's after I read. I made sure he understood each line.
Number 2 is number 2, the photograph that he was able to identify?
Yes.
And what is this down here under the number 2?
Under the number 2 is the date. So I'll start from left to right. On the left, it's got RH, which was the initials that he used to sign that he understood. The date, which was 8/12 of 25. And then in parentheses, that's what he identified this person in the photo as.
While flat out snitching against Rashad is obviously the more shocking part of this video, Kenny would put an end to the Jacksonville drill lore, as he also clarified it was Bibby who killed Spaz, not him.
You recall giving a sworn statement on August 4th of 2025,
So it was
right?
Bibby.
Correct.
Your federal or your defense attorney in your federal case was there.
Correct.
Members of the state attorney's office was there.
Correct.
I believe Detective Ramos of TPD was there.
Correct.
And you were placed under oath to tell the truth, like you were today.
Correct.
Right? And during that interview, you indicated that I basically took the rap for my best friend. But he ended up essentially getting killed shortly thereafter.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
The prosecutor would point out Kenny has had 3 federal continuances before sentencing because he chose to testify in the hopes that his cooperation will put him in a good light in the federal courtroom. And while it might do that, his cooperation has deemed him no good on any federal yard, meaning he could be stabbed if sent to the wrong facility. And it isn't because he committed a crime and told on his friends, it's because he watched his best friend, who he'd known all his life, get gunned down in front of him, and he was now a witness.
But I'm gonna tell you what most niggas is not gonna tell you, and I'm pretty sure 1090 Jake not even gonna say it because a lot of people don't look at it the same way I do. If you gonna get out the streets, it's only about 3-4 ways to get out the streets. We talked about it. Now, the first way is to just leave the streets alone. Move out of your state, go to a whole other side of the country, stop doing street shit. That's the easiest way. That's what most niggas don't want to do, though, for whatever reason. They act like it's so hard to do. Okay? The other way out the streets is to die. That's what Foolio did. Okay? Foolio, Spaz, stuff like that. The other way out the streets is to go to jail, go to prison. That's Queso. That's Foolio's killers. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got the way to go out as snitching. You snitch to get out the streets. Now, do I think it's smart for him to snitch? Hell yeah. Because it's only really 3 options when you see your homie get killed in your face. It's only 3 options you got. Number 1 option is to wake up and realize, like, damn, I could have easily been in the car with my brother. First of all, my brother got killed, and I'm sad my brother not here no more, but I could have been with him. I could have got killed with him. So it's like a wake-up call, okay? Then number 2, you could go and crash out. That's what Foolio killers did. Foolio killers wanted to kill Foolio because of how much pain Foolio caused them. You know what I'm saying? They crashed out and they gonna go to jail. Or just let it go. Now, what Kenny Kapps, I think his name Kenny Kapps, what he did was he chose to snitch, which is a better decision than to go crash out. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's bad about you in this situation, my guy, is you snitching in a state case. But you arrested on a Fed case. I don't know, nigga. I don't know how that's gonna work.
But this is the reality of the streets. Under the street codes and laws that were never written down, just passed by word of mouth.
Right.
You're not allowed to testify. You're not allowed to do anything that he's doing right now. Confirming that he spoke to Rashad Murphy. At one point, he confirmed he spoke to Isaiah, saying that he was trying to just get information out of him to find out what was going on in Jacksonville. You're saying that 1200 isn't a gang, but then you're also confirming how they throw up their hood.
Right.
Which is part of how they identify gangs. Right? He said, oh, I never told anybody that Bibby did it, but then the prosecutor corrected him. No, on this date, you actually did.
Yes, you did,
and then
buddy.
he was like, yeah, correct, I did.
Yep.
You can tell he really wanted to testify in the best way possible, but there's no best.
He was trying to I testified, I snitched, but I ain't really do you know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I mean, it's better than snitching on your homie. At least you snitching on the ops. I give him that. At least you snitching on the op niggas, not your homie that did something. You feel me? But he was trying to soften up the snitching. I told him all this, but I ain't admit to that shit being a gang because I ain't want y'all to. But it's you ain't admit it flat out, but you admitted it, bro. Like he said, you told them what signs they throw up. You told them what block they be on, all that shit. So you really told them it was a gang. You just don't really want to say it, but
it's a way of doing so, because whatever points you're trying to get from this, it's not going to come from being uncooperative.
Right.
At the end of the day. And that's the part that's going to fuck him over when it comes to federal prison. Because you didn't do a crime and, snitch on your boys, which is typically the internet's widespread definition of snitching.
Exactly.
But snitching is trying to get yourself out of a situation by throwing someone else under the bus. That's what he's doing here. He's trying to make himself look better in his Fed case to get a more lenient sentence by throwing Rashad Murphy under the bus. And this is just the way things play out. But hey, let me know y'all thoughts
That's
and
what
comments
happens,
in the comments.
Y'all be, one thing about it though, I will say, y'all be acting like this shit is just something that is impossible to happen. I don't be surprised when these niggas be snitching. I don't understand why y'all be surprised when they be snitching. Because this nigga that we looking at right now, this nigga right here, where my arrow at? This nigga right here he went to jail for a murder he didn't do. It turned out to be a manslaughter. So I don't know how long he was in prison for that. He took the rap for his homie. He didn't snitch on his homie. He had it. His homie got killed. His best friend got killed. His other best friend got killed. And that's just Foolio and Bibby. I don't even know how many other niggas then got killed from his hood or whatever the fuck. So he seen all his best friends probably dead. He in jail by himself. He probably ain't got no money. Nobody supporting him for real. Who else got some money other than Foolio? Nobody else got no motherfucking money. Foolio is unfortunately passed away. He ain't got no support, no lawyer support. He not no huge rapper that's bringing in millions of dollars. So he's sitting in the feds in jail, you know what I'm saying? Fighting for his motherfucking life because he got a drug charge. So they can get him 5, 10, 15, 20 years if they want to give it to him. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, I think, it comes to a point with any street nigga where you just get tired of that shit. Same thing with Gucci. Man, I'm tired of being tough, bro. I'm tired of being a gangster. I'm tired of going to jail. I'm tired of being in the streets. I'm tired of killing niggas. I'm tired of not being able to sleep and missing my wife and being in prison cell and doing 23-1 and going to the hole and niggas stinking and niggas is getting, they ass took in the next cell over and people down. I'm seeing people get sliced open and killed and all. I'm tired of this shit, gang. I'm tired of it. It comes to a point where most street niggas end up getting tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they end up doing what bro did. I don't think he necessarily did nothing wrong. I think this is the start of, you know, a new life. You feel me? And he might have kids and some more shit, bro. Like, niggas don't be having kids out here, gang. And when you do have them, I don't got kids yet, but when you do have them, it make you change your perspective, shorty. I can only imagine it make you change your perspective. And I don't want to get shot at no more. I don't want to go to prison no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep it real with you crazy as hell. If I know my homie killed that nigga and I ain't killed that nigga, I'm snitching on my man. Y'all crazy as hell. I ain't shit. You feel me? But you tired of keeping it real. You tired of keeping it gangster. You tired of walking around being tough all the time. You can't even go to the fucking club and get you a nice little pretty girl because you got to be on point because you got real ops out here that niggas trying to kill you and rob you and all this shit. You see your best friend get killed. Your other best friend got killed while you was in jail. You come home, you ain't got no friends. Nobody give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit get dark for real. The streets is just dark. But niggas don't want to show you that. They just want to show you the 10 million views that you got for dissing your ops. They just want to show you the little few thousand you got for hitting a robbery or hitting a lick, or the respect that you feel like you got in the hood after you killed your op. They want to show you that, but they don't want to show you the long nights where you can't sleep, or when you having that same dream over and over again, or you killing this nigga, and you can't deal with it, so you just taking all the drugs in the world trying to cope with it and shit. Like, they don't never show you that side, but that's the side that I've seen too. And that's why I try to tell y'all, like, this shit don't be worth it at the end of the day, bro. I promise you.